So you've survived the grueling task of rehabilitation after a total knee replacement. Congratulations. If you are still finding yourself with tightness and stiffness and lack of motion when you try to bend your knee as far as you possibly can, such that it impacts your ability to do the things you want to do in your daily life, such as getting up and down from chairs, getting in and out of a car, doing stairs the correct way and with strength and confidence, even things such as getting down to garden and getting down to the floor to play with your grandchildren. I've got one trick stretch that is actually kind of comfortable and should improve that ability to bend that knee as much as you need it to do. We believe that moving more and moving often gives you more life abilities and confidence to move forward to experience a happier life and a healthier life. So we work a lot with people with knee replacements, and my number one goal for them is to maximize the ability to bend their knee as far as they possibly can. My belief is that every 5 degrees that you improve in your ability to bend your knee, it drastically increases the number of things in your life that you can do because you have that ability. As we talked about, things like getting up and down from a chair require a great deal of knee bending. Getting in and out of a car, a low car especially, requires a great deal of knee bending. And then things that are more advanced, like stairs, going up one over the other, requires a great deal of knee bending along with strength. And then lastly, high-level activities, such as getting up and down from the floor or gardening, those types of things require the most amount of knee bending that you possibly can generate. So my number one exercise for people who have a knee replacement in order to improve the ability and the direction and how far their knee can bend comfortably and with strength is what I call a television stretch. Now, I came up with this based on the scientific studies that demonstrate that the best way to stretch a structure is with a low intensity, long duration stretch. So if you pair a stretch that doesn't hurt quite a bit and you hold it for long periods of time, you're going to experience a much better outcome. So here's how the TV stretch works. Sit in a comfortable chair, and you're going to bend your knee as far as you can until you feel a gentle stretch, maybe at a pain rating of about a 4 to 5, 3 to 4, in and around that range, where you can hold that position for lengthy periods of time. So it's in that position, and you simply keep your knee bent in that position and held with that gentle stretch for a long period of time. I suggest you hold it for 8 to 10 minutes straight, which is basically the time period where a television show is actually on. And then when a commercial comes on, you kick out the knee and you straighten and bend to kind of let it recover and loosen up again. And then you put it back into that same gentle stretch position for another 8 to 10 minutes during the television show. Hence the reason we call it the television stretch. Now, you don't have to watch television. You don't have to be doing much of anything, because the idea is just you're holding that gentle knee bending stretch for about 8 to 10 minutes and then releasing it for 2 to kind of relax the muscles, and then redoing it again as often as you possibly can throughout the day. This is by far the number one exercise that I give my knee replacement candidates and patients because it works. It drastically improves the amount of bending over time that your knee can accomplish, which we know is very, very important. The old way of really forcing the knee to bend and causing a whole lot of pain is no longer advocated for. And I've personally had such great experience with this television stretch. Now, if you're sitting and you get it into a position and you can't feel a stretch, you can still accomplish much more improvement in your bending by doing the exercise laying down. So you lay down on your back, you bend your knee until you feel that 3 to 4, 4 to 5 out of 10 level of stretch, and you hold it there for 8 to 10 minutes. Then relax and kick it out for 2 minutes, and then repeat. It's got to be gentle because we need the knee to be relaxed. There can't be any muscle contraction, that's fighting off the pain. The knee and the muscles around the knee have to be relaxed so the tissues inside that require stretch, the scar tissue and new scar tissue that's forming, that requires a relaxed muscle set around the knee so that only the tissues in the joint themselves are stretching. So that's a television stretch. You can do it while you're going through the initial phases of knee rehabilitation, or you can do it after total knee replacement, after you're done your therapy. If there is still, tightness that you're feeling overall, it should help quite a bit. It helps best when you learn it at the beginning of your rehab for your total knee within the first day, but it will work as you go along as well, and the further you are in your recovery. Now, the further you are in your recovery, it's harder to gain that motion back. It's much easier to gain it in the beginning because there's so much available to kind of move. You're not moving that knee back nearly as far as you can at the end, so there's more to gain. When it gets closer to that maximum position, it does become harder to get every little degree out of it, but you should feel that it's improving your ability to move on those higher level type things like gardening and getting down to the floor and stairs and cars and getting up and down from the chair. It might be sore while you're doing it. It might be sore after you're doing it. I'm sure you're used to that because there's fluctuations that go on for months after a knee replacement. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's a great way to stretch your knee, and I really hope it works for you. Again, this is Joel. Please like and subscribe everything that you can on our channel. It helps us reach more people with more content like this. Have a great day.